Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, Executive Editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow Room. Well, we're a little bit out of order, and as usual, because as I'm trying to keep the alphabet in shape, things get a little bit mixed up, particularly because I have these bins here, which it's impossible to tell how much stuff you can put in them and what's going to fit and what isn't. So I wind up brown bagging it, and some of the stuff in the brown bags gets covered by some other things, and it all gets scrambled. So last video, we were talking about Roberto Sierra, and I ended with this thing, his Cost Classics Roberto Sierra CD, but there's also this excellent Albany disc that I feel I should mention, containing his 3 symphonies, which I think I reviewed elsewhere. I don't even remember, but I remember the music, which was quite marvelous. Symphony number 3, La Salsa. Symphony number 2, the Gran Passacaglia. And Symphony number 1. I enjoyed these pieces tremendously. And if you don't have a chance to hear them, you should. They're with the Frost Symphony Orchestra under Thomas Sleeper conducting. And they're not sleeper performances in the sense of snoozy. They are sleepers in the sense of really good, and you may not have noticed them. So let's just finish Sierra. There we go. And then we can do the other stuff that we have. And these are a little bit out of order, but not terribly so. Here's the out of order part. Beverly Sills. Beverly Sills, the great Beverly Sills. You know, she doesn't get talked about much anymore. She was a genuine Kunstdiva. That is a singer who was known as much for her intelligence and characterization as for her vocal qualities. Because vocally speaking, she was a little bit like Maria Callas. She gave it her all, and her voice declined rather early in her career. But she was amazing. And we've got, let's see, three discs. We've got the Beverly Sills, The Singers. That was that Decca series, remember that? And we've got her doing Martin Aller-Arten, which is fabulous. And then by Mozart, Meyerbeer, let's see, Thomas's Hamlet, Thomas's Mignon, Omelette, we call it. Charpentier's Louise, that was one of her great roles, and she recorded the whole opera. Adolphe Adam, Bishop, Richard Strauss, and more Richard Strauss. 74 minutes of fun-filled Beverly Sills. Then there are 2 DG recordings, probably taken from her Westminster stuff. Yeah, I think so. Beverly Sills, The Great Recordings. These are excerpts of things. You've got Bellini, Puritani, Verdi, Attila, Rossini's Barber of Seville, Donizetti's Roberto Devereux. You know, she did the 3 Queens, the Donizetti 3 Queens, one of her great projects. And some of the same stuff that was on the Decca disc, actually. Strauss's Amor, yeah, this was on the Decca series. Verdi Traviata excerpts, and the Martin Aller-Arten is there. Massenet's Manon, her French stuff was always fabulous. And Offenbach, Lehar, Taliaferri, and Sichinski, Wien, nur du allein. And more, the Ballad of Baby Doe, which was her sort of breakout role. And we've got this thing, The Art of Beverly Sills on DG. Let's see how much of this is duplicated. Yeah, some of it's duplicated. Yeah, let's see, Donizetti, Linda de Chamonix, Puritani, Roberto Devereux. Yeah, we know that. Okay. Tales of Hoffmann, Mozart, Zaid. Let's see, yeah, Zaid, Heuberger, Der Opernball, Lehar, The Merry Widow, Korngold from Die Tote Stadt. Well, that's fun. And Richard Strauss, Daphne. Yes, the transformation scene, and then it's part of 6 Leaders by Strauss. So Sills actually goes before all of my Silvestris, but after Sierra, because there's 2 L's here. So I'm going to stick those there, and we're in business. Then we've got, believe it or not, 3 discs by American composer Elie Siegmeister, who was kind of fun. He really was. He's known for his piano music, and here they are. 2 discs of Naxos featuring his piano music, which was really quite fine. He was born in New York in 1909, studied with Nadia Boulanger, didn't everybody? He was interested in American folk song. He was sort of like a Copland guy who got eclipsed by Copland, but he was quite talented. He really was. So we've got his American Sonata from 1944, On This Ground, Theme and Variations, Piano Sonata number 4, which is Prelude, Blues, and Toccata, and Piano Sonata number 5. I mean, he wrote piano sonatas. 1987, his 5th piano sonata. And Volume 2, not Violin number 2. Sunday in Brooklyn. Well, I spent many Sundays in Brooklyn, living there for many years, and so I know these places. Prospect Park, Sunday Driver, Family at Home, Children's Story, and Coney Island, where we still go on the 4th of July to hang out. Then we've got his 2nd piano sonata, his 3rd piano sonata, From These Shores, from 1985, with titles like Whitman, Mark Twain, Thoreau, Langston Hughes, and Faulkner. Is anybody going to play that music back in those days? No, but it's wonderful to rediscover it now. It's all very nicely played by Kenneth Bolton. 2 discs on Naxos. And then there is his Western Suite for people who can't get enough Copland and Western vein. It's right here on this fabulous Americana 20th Century Works for Orchestra, Utah Symphony, and Buffalo Philharmonic thing. You've got Bernstein's Candide Overture and Siegmeister's Western Suite. That's the Siegmeister thing, and that's why I file it under S. Morton Gould's American Salute, Leroy Robertson's Punch and Judy Overture, Václav Nelibiel's Etude Symphonique, then Carl Ruggles' Men and Mountains, Ives from the Steeples of the Mountains, Copland's Quiet City with the Buffalo Philharmonic, and Lucas Foss. Wonderful disc. I hope all this stuff gets reissued by Naxos as they go through the Vox catalog. So those are those S's, and now there is nothing precluding us from getting into Sibelius, who is coming next. And that's going to be a long haul. Maybe 10 or 12 videos, I don't know. So stay tuned, friends, and thank you for joining me. Keep on listening.